Our next guest is someone who sits right at the intersection of technology and the global economy, two very big themes here in Davos. Joining us now, Dan Schulman, CEO of PayPal. It wasn't long ago. We sat in Times Square together.
Yeah,
that was
a couple of months ago, right?
That's a couple of months.
Yeah.
What, you've been here for the duration. What are you coming away with this year from Davos?
You know, I think there are some themes that are going on, Joe, that probably a lot of people have talked about. And those themes they're around the environment, they're around kind of multi-stakeholder advocacy from corporations. But the thing that I've seen that's a little bit different, it just seems to me like there are a bit more winds of change blowing right now that seem way more serious. Like people have talked about this for a long time on different things, but people are talking about like putting metrics in place, measuring our impact, and I don't know, that was somewhat hopeful for me.
It's going to be expensive. It's going to. I hope it's all justified and doable. We've made the point that when you're trying to tackle anything, if you have growth and you've got the financial wherewithal to take care of things, that it can make all these problems a lot easier to manage. So you don't want to start managing the problems to where the economic sustainability of what you're trying to do makes it impossible to do it based on the headwinds you face from doing some of these perceived issues, right? I mean, it's a chicken and egg thing. You need growth, and you need a strong economy, and you need a successful business, which you have, before you can become a just business.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for that. Here's what I think. I think, you know, we have constituents that we're responsible to. We've got customers, we've got regulators, we've got shareholders, we've got employees. They're all extraordinarily important. But just like sometimes when you say like revenue is an important indicator, like what are the drivers of what produces revenue? It's like number of customers, how much engagement you have per customer, how much they're spending. And the thing that I want to focus on is sort of, from my perspective, investing in employees, getting the best employees to want to work for you, paying them fairly, paying them so that they have financial health, enables you to move from being what, you know, we're arguably a good company. We're not a great company yet, but we can be a great company by having the best employees. And if you have the best employees, then inevitably you satisfy those other constituents.
But I think we can all find common ground. We found it earlier today when we realized if you give your employees stock and you are focused on shareholder appreciation, suddenly stakeholder and shareholder appreciation are exactly in sync, and they're aligned, and they move at the same time, right? So we're talking around each other, and people that disagree with each other on these things, we're really all trying to advocate for the same thing.
I think that's right. It's multi-stakeholder, and if you invest in one area, inevitably you serve customers better. When you serve customers better, regulators are happier, and then obviously shareholders benefit from that.
And
but I think you've got to start somewhere and not say like everything is the same. For me, investing in employees is the thing that can move our company.
You need to start with the successful business, which is what you've done. You need to start with that, because if you go out of business, you're not going to help any of your stakeholders.
For anybody, exactly.
Dan, can I ask you very quickly about cybersecurity? Jamie Dimon said that was one of his top 3 concerns. You guys are constantly under attack. What do you see? Are things getting tougher out there?
Well, I think Jamie's exactly right. Cybersecurity has to be one of the biggest concerns that any business has. The average American business gets attacked 4 million times a year. The average consumer around the world loses an identity or has identity theft every 2 seconds. So this is a major problem. Financial firms get attacked millions of times practically every day. So what you really need to do is not only have very high moat walls and towers and wide moats to prevent people from coming in. But inevitably people come in. You have to have very sophisticated data analytics to prevent information and data and money from moving out. So it's a 2-tiered defense system. You have to continually invest in that. And it's one of the issues that we spend a lot of resource, a lot of time on, and do a reasonably good job at.
And thank you. And we'll see you again soon.
Okay.